Hey, good morning, folks. I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and I'm talking to you today about when you're arrested and you're sitting in the jail waiting to see the judge. What's called a first appearance. Within the first 24 hours, you're entitled to see a judge. Now, normally, you haven't had time. You've just been arrested, and you haven't had time to acquire an attorney. So normally what occurs is there's a public defender there. And I don't know exactly what the public defender does, but I've heard from dozens of clients that the public defender walks over and says, if you want to get out of here, sign here. Well, obviously everyone wants to get out of here, right? Because you're sitting in a jail. But if you sign that document saying you want to get out of here, what you're usually doing is receiving a time served sentence. You're saying you're guilty and accepting the time served. You've been in jail for 12 hours, 16 hours, and saying, hey, I'm done with it. The problem with that, folks, is you're now convicted of that crime, and you cannot seal that crime, you cannot expunge that crime, and that instance, that issue, whatever you were arrested for, will be on your record for the rest of your life. So if you're sitting in there, remember, every time someone is arrested, they see a magistrate, and the only purpose of that usually is to set a bond. It's never a smart move to plead guilty to just get out, because guess what, folks? On 99% of the crimes out there, you're entitled to a bond. There are certain cases like life felonies, murder, where you're not entitled to a bond, but then you'll hire a quality attorney, and he'll file the appropriate motions to get you a bond. So don't, it sounds crazy, you're in custody and all you want to do is get the hell out, but use common sense. If you're just signing something and you just pay a fine, and now it's on your record, now it's not going to be able to be sealed or expunged, and you're going to be miserable, and you're going to come to an attorney and say, well, I didn't know. And if you only have 60 days to vacate what you did, make the mistake, and it costs a lot more to do that. So be careful. Choose the person you want on your team. If you're leading your team, find the best attorney possible. Don't settle for the guy that just happens to be standing at the podium at the first hearing and accept what they say, because all they have is a police report. They have no way, there's not enough time in that few seconds that you speak with them for you to explain your situation and them to come up with your legal defenses in the case. It's just, quite frankly, it's impossible. So I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. That's my tip for the day.